Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Beautification Commission, we are so grateful to see so many of you here. We recognize your wonderful achievements as far as gardening in our town and helping us to beautify Stratford in so many different ways. If you're looking at our slideshow today, you'll be able to see all the different activities that the Beautification Commission is involved in. Sometimes I stop because we were a Stratford Beautification Committee, as you see in front of our little marker here, and now we're a commission, so sometimes we'll interject with either one. So our commission works on many different levels. We basically follow the seasons, and we attribute many of the events that we have to that particular season. So this is our summer season, and we are so thrilled that all of you are here to be recognized for your Curb Appeal Award. And as you know, this was a very difficult summer for everybody. The weeds all celebrated and had their vacations in your yards. You pulled one morning, and the next day you had 2 or 3 in its place, but that's life. So we're here to celebrate your hard work all summer long, keeping your properties in such a beautiful state that we could recognize you and give you an award. So what do we do on the Beautification Commission? We work with the school system. We take care of the town hall gardens. Our big major project this year is continuing the train station. Last year we planted 2,000 bulbs, hoping that people who travel out and back again into Stratford have something to celebrate in spring and see those beautiful Mariki tulips that brighten everybody every single spring. So we're continuing that. We are also working with different organizations like the Helicopter Museum. We work with many of the public buildings in town at Christmas time and all during the year. So let me get started, first of all, with my glasses on here. Okay. So how did we get here? How did you get here? That was the most important thing. Either a resident, a friend, or a neighbor, or someone on our commission nominated you, and there were certain criteria. The event started in June and ended in the middle of July. After that, the commission decided to review all of the different properties, and there were many, so consider yourself special. 17 of you were reviewed, and we decided you deserve the award. We do have certain criteria that follow landscape design, which is very important. So today we honor you with an award. When you come up here, you will be receiving not only your award, but we're also giving you a bag of tulips because daffodils, we are the daffodil town. And our special tulip is a mid-season one, so when you plant it, it won't be the first daffodil that blooms, but it will be in the middle. And the second we have are our signs that you see in front. We hope, and it's at your discretion, that you show it in your front yard so that everybody could see how special your efforts have been. So right now, I'd like to introduce Donna, who will come in and begin with the first group of nominees.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to see everybody smiling faces. The author, William Arthur once wrote, "A garden is a..." Now I can see it. "A garden is a partnership between 2 hands and God." And as you will see in this presentation, there was a lot of partnership going on. The first presentation is the Booth Memorial Park Railroad Society. This unique garden was featured in the October 22nd, 2022 issue of Train Collectors Quarterly. What an honor for all those involved in developing the garden. For those of you who have never been to the Railroad Museum at Booth, it is definitely worth the visit, and no matter what your age is. The society was started in 1996. After the interior display of the trains was developed, the group decided that they wanted to do an outdoor garden-type tracks. The manufacture of Neculon bricks pavers, donated pallets of wall brick, which they created into the retaining wall for the raised garden and the tracks. The society was fortunate enough to have Mike, and I'm going to say this name incorrectly, Levolsky, a member who also owned a landscaping business. So with his help and the help of many of the members, the outdoor tracks and the gardens were created. With the help of Sharon Jacobine, the museum's garden director, the tracks now run through the beautiful garden filled with a variety of specimens. I understand that Sharon is very talented and has a great understanding of gardening in New England, and that her own personal property is magnificent. If you live in Stratford, Sharon, maybe we should nominate you. The garden is a must-see. Thank you to the Booth Railroad Society for adding this beautiful, unique garden to our already beautiful, unique park. Okay, Sharon, do you want to come up and accept the award? Thank you. Somebody else want to come up and help her? Oh, okay. Oh, a picture.
John, can you take a picture? Thank you.
Yeah. The next home I will be talking about is 810 Beaver Dam Road. One of the best parts of doing this every year is meeting the wonderful people responsible for creating these beautiful gardens. Mary Crosby Dunlap is no exception. The Dunlap's home at 810 Beaver Dam is beautifully landscaped with a rock, or rather a boulder garden filled with fern and edged in stone. Unfortunately, that's not in this picture, but it's on the left side of the property, and it is magnificent. It is worth a drive-by. And when Mary told me she couldn't move the rocks, I was like, why not, you know? They're huge, they're boulders, it's beautiful. Mary said the rocks were there, and it was easier to work around them than to move them. The driveway is edged with a stone garden filled with eye-catching canna lilies with their red leaves on a wonderful contrast with all the other green, all the other green. There are beautiful impatiens planted for much more color. Another garden along the driveway has a beautiful dogwood tree standing over a perennial shade garden. The front of the house is lined with 6 healthy holly bushes ready to burst with red berries at the holidays. Rhododendrons and other plants make a beautiful display. The 2 pots on the front porch burst with color and are a great contrast against the brown house. It is a beautiful property, well-maintained, with a variety of eye-catching details. Thank you, Mary, for brightening our world and with your green thumb. Mary, come up.
Hold up that sign so I can see it. There you go. Thank you.
The next house is 34 Warwick. George and Gail Goldridge, another treat to the eye, can be found at 34 Warwick Avenue, owned by George and Mary Goodrich. I don't know what catches your eye first, the beautiful American flag hung proudly on the front porch or the railing boxes filled with zinnias and vinca vines. There's a little path that leads to the beautiful terracotta urns overflowing with color and green. The path is baked with colorful impatiens and a euonymus tree bushes. The mix of annuals and perennials play well together. The front porch beckons you to come sit and enjoy all the beauty around you. The side yard is also another source of visual delight. The house owner has mixed terracotta pots with antiques, yard pieces, and again, the combo of annuals and perennials to make a beautiful display. If I have learned anything from doing this for several years, is that beautiful gardens don't happen overnight. It's not one and done. It's an evolution over time and years of hard work, and this property truly shows it has a labor of love. Thank you, Mary and George. They here? Oh, there you are. I didn't recognize you with your hair down.
Thank you.
Excuse me, our next presenter will be Christine.
Before I begin, I'd like to preface this by thanking John Florian. We had a photographer designated for this evening, but life happens. I couldn't come, so John was kind enough to take her place. So we thank you for that. What would our community be without volunteers? Every day when I take a walk, I'm looking at the seawall and finding people carrying bags of material that people dropped, whether it's on the beach, picking up fishing line, etc. When looking at houses, public places, who's taking care of that? Who are we thanking? What impression has it made on our lives? And who are they helping? The next group is a wonderful group of volunteers from Wayne's Walk. Those of you who are not familiar with it, it's located on Riverdale. It's a short little path in honor of a deceased individual from Lordship, and it goes to Short Beach. It is a beautiful, beautiful area. This photo does not give it justice. In front of the fencing, you would see beautiful dancing marigolds with hyssop on either side, and in the corners is an unusual plant that I'm sure I have wrong. A hyacinth bean? Oh my, purple. It is brilliant in color. And along the side, waving its way through the curvy path, you will notice beautiful hydrangeas, coreopsis, some different types of succulents tucked in. A small, it looked like a mugo pine, but I'm sure I have that wrong. But if you have an opportunity, or if you've walked down there, you would understand the kind of work that's being done there. It's also a pollinator garden. When I was there, the bees and the butterflies were celebrating. And around the monument itself, which is a stone you can see, circling it are New Guinean patients. What you're not seeing is a plethora of beautiful pastel colors, beautiful pinks and whites and blues. So if you have an opportunity, you're driving along in Lordship, whether you're riding your bike or taking a wagon down to Short Beach, stop and look at all the hard work that this volunteer group, the Lordship Improvement Association volunteer group on Wayne's Walk. And we're very fortunate here because we have the designer here as well, who kind of organizes everything, and the husband of the captain. So we would like everyone to come up here and welcome them and thank them for that tremendous effort of giving up personal time, dragging hoses across the street from willing neighbors so they could water the plants. But I have to tell you, if you have an opportunity, see that hyacinth bean. It is a purple, vibrant, shiny plant. Please come up and accept your awards.
Purple hyacinth hyacinth bean is one your neighbor doesn't have. I'm telling you right now, it's spectacular.
Can I give one of you this?
Yes.
Hold it in the middle of the group. There you go. And then could you hold that up? Kathy. I know these people. Lots of around. Thank you.
Well deserved.
Christine, that was nice.
All right. Our next property. 1755 Elm Street. And the only way you'll recognize it will be by two parallel columns on either side of the house, because unfortunately right now, the house is under construction. An artist lives in this beautiful home, and she's creating a little studio on the side. So when you're driving down the street, it's across the street from a big white house, and I think you, David, would know what that particular house is, but it's worth the time to stop and look. On either side, you see the pots. They are filled not just with colorful annuals, but also pollinator-friendly plants. If you go up the steps, there are beautiful and welcoming furniture. On either side, many artistic implements. For instance, there, you can't see it very well right now, but there is a beautiful stone mobile hanging down, and that helps to drip away the water. And you'll see many artistic flourishes on either side of the furniture. Unfortunately, we can't see that right now. You can see the beautiful holly on either side. You'll see a beautiful crab apple that's hanging over, inviting someone to walk up the steps. On the left-hand side was a beautiful oval perennial garden, also mixed in with some colorful annuals. And at the very front of the street, obviously, are all the tall trees, and hers are surrounded by absolutely gorgeous hostas. So for the time being, till that beautiful rotunda-like glass enclosure art studio is completed, just look for the dirt pile and know that in a couple of months it will be exquisite and worth the visit. But you could also peek in the side where she has a fabulous garden, and it makes it truly special. So if they are here, 1755 Elm, would you come up? I know they had planned a trip to Italy, and they might have had a neighbor stop by. But let's give them a round of applause. They have a wonderful garden. Next we traveled to York, and this was quite interesting. York, we started to notice in the springtime. If you ever walk, or you have the brochure from the Baldwin Center that tells you where to walk in Stratford, and if you happen to be in Lordship, this is York Street. And on York Street, there were beautiful spring bulbs, pinks, yellows, at least 3 feet deep, surrounding the whole yard as a border. This, later on, transitioned into a summerscape. And now you will see tropicals, you will see perennials, you will see pots filled with a variety of annuals. The porch has beautiful, you can't see them from this particular photo, but there are beautiful standing topiaries. On the side, there is a gate. There is beautiful basket filled with flowers. There are hostas. There are beautiful perennials surrounding the mailbox, which are not visible at this moment. A lovely hydrangea wreath on the door itself. And this is a place to celebrate seasonally. If you're ever walking, stop by. Spring is wonderful. The problem is when we work with the curb appeal, we start in June, and this home was nominated in spring. So we had to ask them again to not the people who are getting the award, but people who nominated them to, again, please resubmit. We really follow the rules. So it's from June to the middle of July. Just keep that in mind when you consider nominating someone else. So at this point, I'd like to invite the people from 35 York Street that we all appreciate when we're walking, riding our bikes, and driving by to come up and get your award. No one's here. 35 York? Well, we'll have to drop it off. But enjoy it when you're driving by. And just look, this photo does not do it justice. Very structured, very landscaped, and very inviting. It's unfortunate. Well, thank you. All right, next, Patty, would you come up?
So our next property, we have 130 Carroll Road, which is the Brill residence. It is a very neat and well-maintained property with a plush green lawn that is nicely edged along the front and lined with Belgian block going up along the driveway. The 2 oversized wicker chairs on the front stoop allow you to enjoy the landscaping of boxwood and pine shrubs, a Japanese maple, coreopsis, and daylilies, with an accent of colorful annuals. I'm not sure that the Brills are here this evening. If you are, though, I don't see you out there. If you'd like to come up. No. Well, let's give them a round of applause anyway. Our next property is 53 Jane Street. This is the home of the Hernandez family, who unfortunately are not here this evening. This property boasts 3 raised garden beds made of a decorative brick. They are filled with an assortment of pollinator plants that include echinacea or coneflower, black-eyed Susan, and coreopsis. There are also plantings of hosta and lily, amongst others, with ornamental garden statues. The beds in the front of the house are edged with colorful annuals of begonias and marigolds, with accent planters on the stairs leading to the front entrance. Congratulations to the Hernandez family. Our next property is 125 Ward Street. Again, the family, the Sept Otto family are unable to attend this evening. But this
Can I just interject?
Sure.
Because when I went to take this picture, she was very pregnant.
Oh, yes. I think you said that, yes, they might be having baby or have had baby. So
Last week.
had the baby, okay. So for good reason, I guess, right? So this colonial-style home is on a quiet cul-de-sac, and it offers a rustic look with the split-rail fencing. The garden beds have a variety of shrubs, ornamental grass, and a stilby with a rich green lawn. It also showcases 2 lovely limelight hydrangeas in the front. Congratulations to the family and to their new arrival. Next up, our presenter is Patricia.
Good evening, everyone. Our next property is on Ashwood Terrace. Towering trees, clematis on the mailbox, stone walls dotted with pink, red, and white impatiens. This is what you will find at 360 Ashwood Terrace, deep in Beaver Dam territory. In season are smiling masses of black-eyed Susans sitting at the front edge of the property, along with a small eastern red bud waiting to bloom again in the spring. Mounds of very large hosta surround the flower bed. Hydrangeas and liriope are planted at the foundation to the left of the front door, while 3 large boxwood, neatly trimmed, line the walk up to the house along the graduated flagstone walk. Miss Kim, a dwarf lilac bush along the left of the walk that leads to the house, will spring to life around June allowing the area to take on an exotic smell that the bush is known for. To the right of the driveway are more hydrangeas, a miniature statement evergreen, and a small andromeda that is just getting started. Colleen claims to be in the garden every single day, all day, if possible, and it shows. She considered every inch of earth, how it might make an impact on the property, and how it would enhance the surrounding neighborhood. I'm sorry, Greg, I'm not mentioning your name because you admitted you don't do an awful lot in the garden, but that's okay. You support Colleen's effort. Good job. Thank you. There you go. Put that in your front yard and encourage your neighbors. All right.
Very nice. Can I see there you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Next up is 155 Barrister Road. Somebody had an eye for the dramatic when they were designing the property surrounding this house. How many of us have giant wood carvings and a stream made of white rocks meandering down the side of our yard? The location is superb, the end of a cul-de-sac, which means one must make a semi-U-turn to emerge from the street, which means one cannot miss the twin bears embracing in their private mulched bed or the soaring carving of the American eagle being chased by a fox. Both chainsaw carvings are credited to Sergio of the company In the Spirit of Wood. Don said that he and Maria have had to make dozens of decisions over the past 30 years, with Maria doing most of the design work. Don said the landscape doesn't lend itself to straight lines, which really just adds to the charm. Ferns along the right side of the property edge help to blend the landscape with the woods beyond, while hydrangeas surround a giant boulder, and I really mean it is a giant, lined with Belgian block. As with most of our gardens, this one emerged slowly and no doubt will continue to evolve over the coming years. Unfortunately, these photos are unable to capture the dozens of unique hearts at ground level that Maria carved out of what I believe are blue juniper. Not certain about that, but we can't see them anyway, so, but believe me, they're there. Thank you, Don and Maria. There you go.
I am next. Okay. Hi. Welcome. I'm Jennifer. Patricia, you're really going to be a hard act to follow. Sorry. Okay, so what about first impressions? Plush and green is what I say for the 75 Twin Oaks Terrace property. This is worthy of lawn games in bare feet. Look how gorgeous that is. The walk is adorned with a lantern, which is surrounded by bushes and well-placed flowering plants, which are also lush and full. Colorful annuals surround the mailbox in a full and lush manner, and the mature and abundant hydrangea are so gorgeous and plentiful. I'm not going to say more because that's my first impression, how beautiful it is, and the winners are William and Elizabeth Combras. Congratulations. It is gorgeous. We've got a sign for you to hold up too.
Stab yourself. Okay,
Good.
thank you.
Beautiful. The next property is 271 Victoria Lawn. This property really appeals to my artist self and my Libra self about that sense of balance and whimsical as well. Oh, I'm on the wrong one? Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, this is the one that I wrote about. Okay. So the symmetry of the plantings at the base of the house and the porch, which is to the left, you can see in that right-hand picture, balance the asymmetry of the grounds below as you go down the walkway, and you can see the ground cover and the flowers just above the wall. It's asymmetrical, yet it's beautifully balanced. This is extremely appealing to me on so many levels. It's lovely. It's got a universal appeal, while it is unique to this asymmetry is unique to this property. Am I right this is yours, Roger? No. It's not? No. Okay. There has obviously been a mix-up, but it's beautiful. It's John? Wow. 53. Oh, okay. Well, I judged that one, and obviously we got it wrong. I apologize. I don't know where that got. Oh, it's a photo mix-up. Okay. So, congratulations. I don't know. I have no idea.
Do we have to change this? This is correct.
So this goes. Jeez. Roger, I'm so sorry. Come on up. We're going to take a picture of you anyway. It won't be your fault. That's a picture of John. John, would you take a picture, please? Talk about a photo shuffle. Congratulations. Don't get lost on the way home, Roger. Okay. Hopefully the next property lines up with Pumpkin Ground Road, number 285, with the question mark. Okay. What did I write about this one? I wrote, work with what you've got. You've got one hilly lawn here and a lot of sloping going on and a lot of shadow. This is Kathleen Hirschbeck's home, and the property captures the imagination and the attention with the carefully trimmed and manicured bushes and trees. They all flank the walkway steps up to the entrance with the pretty yellow door. The various heights of those plantings add drama and dimension to the natural landscape, and the height of the mature trees add another level of interest. No doubt over the course of the day with the changing cast of shadows on the hilly lawn. It's beautiful. Is Kathleen here? Congratulations. Will you hold this? Fantastic. And we need to get you the mid-season staffies. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, that's me. Next.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. My first property is 336 Hurd Avenue. And what makes this property stand out? I would say that it's the precision, the care, and the color. This lovely house and yard are so meticulously kept. There's always something blooming here. Irises in the spring, coreopsis, black-eyed Susans, dianthus, and allium in the summer. And also autumn joy now. Throw in the variegated shrubs and grasses, and you have an award-winning oasis. Congratulations, and thank you for all you do to make your neighborhood and our town beautiful. Congratulations, Mike and Mary Repko. Come on up. Up next is 111 Osborne Street. I just love this one-of-a-kind house. It's situated on a corner lot and is mostly surrounded by trees, which really helps it to stand out. Red cannas, purple coneflowers, yellow daylilies, and red geraniums are the perfect choices to contrast with the pale stucco on this home. It is difficult to walk by this lot and not get drawn in with its storybook character and charm. We really cannot thank you enough for the time and effort you put in to make it so spectacular. Congratulations, Susan Witkins.
Unfortunately, there was a mix-up here, and we owe you a plaque. Okay, it didn't come through.
Yeah. And last but not least, it is my honor to bestow for the first time, yes, 63 Meadowview Avenue, we are giving them the Perpetual Beauty Award. And being a past winner and thereafter nominated many times, the commission decided we needed to recognize the diligence and hard work it takes to maintain the beauty of this property year after year. The gorgeous gardens here wrap around the house and spill out into the street. It really is a feast for the eyes. There isn't anywhere you look that isn't adorned with colorful annuals and perennials. I am so proud to present you with this honor. Well done, Mary Budrowich. And now I would like to reintroduce Donna Caserta with our closing comments. Donna?
Before we end this evening, I want to make 2 announcements. I forgot when I was doing the railroad award that we have an official railroad engineer on our committee. Miss Deirdre, right here. Now, how many people can say they know of an engineer, railroad engineer? Ironically, I have a conductor living in my backyard, in my neighborhood right behind me. Never in my life did I know people that worked on the train. Now I know 2. Before we end the evening also, we would like to give a thank you to our chairman, Christine Griffin. Come over here. She has worked tirelessly to promote our committee into a commission. She's a great organizer and a motivator. Thank you, Christine, for having the foresight, ambition, and determination to see it through. We are all appreciative of all the work you've done for the committee to make us a commission. Thank you. We decided she has a beautiful garden, but maybe it would be nice if she had flowers she didn't have to pick. You're welcome. Don't worry about it.
Okay, you've got tape.
We do. Duct tape made it to the moon and back. Maybe not.
Don't worry about it. We'd like to thank you all for coming, and special thanks to Dave Wright for bailing us out tonight. Our IT person is sick, so Dave was kind enough to step in. Just want to remind you about our Christmas holiday decoration contest that starts the weekend or Thanksgiving Day weekend and ends usually around December 17th. It'll be online again this year, so nominate yourself, your neighbors, anyone in town that has a beautifully decorated, whimsical, serious, whatever kind of Christmas decorations. The competition nominations will be online like they have been in the past. Okay? I found this little thing that I thought was so appropriate for this. It was a tribute to Emily Dickinson. In the name of the bees, and of the butterflies, and of the breeze, amen. Thank you all for coming. Come and enjoy refreshments.
Please come up and join us for some light refreshment. It's not quite a daffodil cupcake, but it's yellow and it's delicious. So please come up and help yourself.
you have a bag?
Yeah, just put them on the
Okay.
table, Deidre, thank you.